Hey guys, welcome in a new episode of My Week, your update on technology, marketing and customer experience. One of the cool items this week was that we had the first delivery by a driverless truck in the US, in Texas. It was conducted by a company called Otto, and Otto is actually owned by Uber, and they've drove for 120 miles, and the first package of this driverless truck was beer. Yes, it was. But it's fantastic to see how it actually is working and happening. So this week, the first delivery of beer with a driverless truck. I'm sure you're familiar with the Amazon Dash sales button. So the button that you put next to your coffee machine, for instance, you push the button and then the item gets added to your shopping basket and they deliver it within 2 hours if you're an Amazon Prime member. Well, the sales and the usage of this button has increased with 400% in the last quarter. And it's not just Amazon products, but Amazon opened it up so that other suppliers can also use it and program their own Dash button. And apparently consumers really like that convenience. Bad news for Apple. This week their annual results came out, and for the first time in 15 years the revenues decreased. Their year-to-year revenues decreased for the first time, mainly due to a decrease in iPhone sales. IBM is opening up Watson for developers. And one of the first applications that they're gonna announce is that developers will be able to use Watson technology to create chatbots. As you know, bots and chatbots are the buzzword of 2016 in the marketing world. And now it's going to become really interesting and also really easy for people to start making their own bots on their own platforms thanks to IBM Watson. Something about driverless cars. We all know that it's happening really fast, and you see now the battle of the operating system for the cars taking place. Like IBM Watson is working together with General Motors. In those cars, they will use the Watson technology to make the car more connected and more smart. Last week in my weekly I told you that Apple stopped with their project to build their own car, but Apple apparently is really serious about creating an operating system for cars. So we're going to see battles between IBM, Apple, maybe a car manufacturer itself, BMW, who knows, that creates their operating system for cars, and that's going to be a new piece of that driverless car market that will be interesting to follow. Microsoft is launching a desktop version of its Surface, and it is a direct competition for the desktop version of Apple. And it actually looks really nice. So I think this could be a potential new hit for Microsoft. There was big news from Twitter this week. They got their annual results presented, and the revenues increased a little bit. They're still not profitable, but the goal is to be profitable next year. And to achieve that goal, they're gonna let go of a few hundred people around the world. So they're still suffering a bit. Main income is coming from online video advertisement, but maybe the really sad news this week was that Twitter is planning to let go of Vine. And Vine is a social media that they bought a few years ago, which allows users to make 6-second videos that are playing in loop. And I have to say, there are a lot of really funny Vine videos. But that platform is going to disappear, and they're going to focus entirely on the Twitter platform. So we have to say goodbye. And I would say 1 minute of silence this weekend for Vine that will disappear. That's it, guys. That was the news of this week. Thanks again for watching. Thanks again for sharing it. Next week, I'm gonna skip a week because I'm having a holiday week with my family. But the week after that, I'll be back with more news. So enjoy your weekend and see you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.